Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie and I talk about everything from study tips to working in the ER and navigating all of the chaos that life throws at us. So I got a lot of questions on my Instagram about an NCLEX study plan, and I did an example of how I set up mine. Now that we're in the final countdown of NCLEX, I'm going to make a 30-day NCLEX study plan for you guys using the comprehensive NCLEX RN book from Saunders. I'll link it down below if you want to get that book, and then also I am using UWorld. So first, 30 days, NCLEX study guide, let's do it. So we all want to pass in the minimal number of questions. With the global pandemic that is going on, the number of questions on the NCLEX exam has changed, and I will link that information down below as well. So now the minimum number of questions is 60, the maximum is 130, and you have 4 hours to take the exam. First, resources. Let's look at those. So this is the NCLEX RN examination book. It's the Comprehensive Review by Saunders. If you buy this book new, it also comes with a bunch of questions that you can work off of, but I am also using UWorld. So I will show you guys, I can't really show you guys a lot of UWorld because everything is copyright and they don't want you showing anything, stuff like that, but this is the UWorld website and I will link that down below. I personally got the 90-day plan when I first started studying for NCLEX because it has the 2 self-assessments as well as all of the question bank. But if you are wondering, they do have all different types of test preps, but if you have 30 days, you can do the 30-day question bank for $129, the 60-day question bank if you want 1 self-assessment, or I did the 90-day with 2 self-assessments. But it changes down here below, going 180 days and above, where you can reset all of the questions and kind of see how you go from there. But I did the 90-day assessment, the 90-day question bank with 2 self-assessments. So let me show you guys how I'm gonna lay everything out for you step by step. Go ahead, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I will help you guys lay this out. So if you watch any of my videos before, this is the master study plan that I laid out with all of the chapters and the page numbers. It's super helpful just having the page numbers out for you. Start from scratch. Blank piece of paper and a pen. You can write this down in your planner, whatever you like, but first, just to start off, I have my resources out in front of me, and we're gonna go through and lay this out. Depending on how much time you have, I have less than 30 days now, but I will show you the 30-day plan that I am now in the middle of. So how I first laid it out is that I took this big Saunders book, and my goal is to get through the entire book and all of the UWorld questions at least once. So with the 90-day UWorld plan, you can't reset all of your data, but you can go back and click all questions instead of just doing the ones that you haven't used yet. So the first time I go through it, I'm gonna use all of the questions. I think there's 2,100 UWorld questions on the quiz bank, and then after I finish going through all of those, I can just start answering questions from all of them. So it will also include the ones that I have already answered. So the Saunders book, there are, including the practice questions at the end of each chapter, there's 1,027 pages. That's so funny. Oh no, there's way more than that. Hold on. 1,055 pages. So divide that by 30 and you will find the number of pages that you need to do every day to end up completing the entire book. At the back of the book as well, there's a comprehensive exam with rationale. I did not include those in the page numbers that I have to complete because I'm just focusing on reading those. 55 divided by 30. Ooh, that's not too bad. So you will have to read, let's just go ahead and round up, 36 pages per day to get through this entire book in 30 days. It's only if you want to get through the whole book. So minimum 36 pages if you want to get through the whole book. If you've already kind of started reading through this and studying through it, you don't have to read reread sections that you've already done unless you're having trouble with it. UWorld, let's go and double check the number of questions that are actually in my UWorld account. So UWorld has 2,183 practice questions divided by 30 days. I have 1,586 questions that I haven't used yet. So I'm just going to do that to see how many more questions a day I have to get through to finish this entire question bank at least one time. 2,183 questions, and if you have 30 days, you'll need to do 73 questions per day in order to get through all of the questions in 30 days. So what I have been doing is reading the chapter first and then going and taking the practice questions on UWorld that correspond with the chapters that I have read or the pages in the book that I have read specifically. So if my 36 pages were on pediatrics, I will go into UWorld, I will click child health, and I will take 75 questions on child health. Or if I specifically read pediatrics, cardio and respiratory that day, I will do child health under subjects, and then I will do cardiovascular and respiratory under questions. Now, what you may find is that there are not 75 questions on the specific subtopic that you are using, so just throw in a couple extra questions from the body system that you plan on learning from next. That'll be helpful. So this is all trial and error. As you are reading your 36 pages per day, you are going to want to start timing yourself the first and second day maybe that you use the study plan to see how long it is taking you to read the number of pages that are on your list to read for that day. So if it takes you 2 hours to read all 36 of the pages, and then it also takes you 2 hours to get through the 75 questions, you need at least 4-hour study block. And I say at least because when you're taking these questions on UWorld or any practice questions that you're taking, you need to do the rationale for those, otherwise it's pointless. So I love UWorld because their rationale is bomb. Going through their rationale, if you missed a certain subject or it says, or according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this is the right answer, you can click Maslow's hierarchy of needs and it will pop up a graphic for that and you can add that to your notes. Super helpful to go through the rationale so you know what you're missing and why you're missing it and the basic underlying concepts of that question that you missed. So this book I love because it is just like the quick and dirty version of all of the things that you need to know for NCLEX. So instead of opposed to other textbooks that we read in nursing school, there's a whole lot less fluff. So all of the textbooks that you've read in nursing school for each class are in here, and the core information that you need to know is also in here. So there are two different versions of this. I have the 7th edition, and there is now an 8th edition. I will actually, fingers crossed, be accepted to the ambassador program for Elsevier, so I'll be giving away their 8th edition NCLEX book. When that does go live, I will let you guys know. So you guys can enter to win the 8th edition book and a bunch of other NCLEX and school prep study materials for nursing school. But I will link my Instagram down below and turn on your notifications so you are the first to know when that launch goes live. Find that you're a little bit of a slower reader, or you want to see how much you know and then go and tailor your reading towards that, I would suggest doing the UWorld questions first, and you can go through the results analysis for each block of questions that you take to see which subjects that you're missing and which areas you need to work on. And instead of reading all 36 of those pages under peds, cardio, and respiratory, for example, you can go back and read the congenital heart defects that you missed 3 questions on. So that will also save you time if you have a limited amount of hours to study in the day. Now it is time to set your study hours. So like I said before, the first 2 to 3 days that you're doing this, it will be more of like keeping track and timing yourself to see how long it takes you to get through all the page numbers, all the questions, and all the rationale. Really, the questions and rationale have been what is taking me the longest. So now that I'm getting closer to NCLEX, I'm going to flip it. My study routine, and I'm going to do my questions with rationale first, and then I'm going to go back and reread the number of pages that I have to read in order to get through the rest of the book before my NCLEX test date. Tracking your time and staying focused, I'm going to 100% recommend the Pomodoro method. I feel like I've talked about the Pomodoro method in every single study video that I use, every single study with me video, because it is just so helpful to keep you focused and on track. And I do 45 minutes of focus time and 15 minutes of break time. If you're first starting and trying to build up your stamina to focus for longer periods of time, I would do the 30-minute focus time and the 10-minute break time, and do that 4 times, and then you can take your long break of, I take an hour long break, but you can take an hour, hour and a half, no longer than an hour and a half, because you get completely distracted. I'm just gonna go through and write down the number of questions that I need to do every day into my planner and the number of pages that I need to read. I'm gonna be using my iPad, and I will show you guys how to set that up. Okay, so you can lay out your plan on a paper calendar, a wall calendar, your actual planner, whatever you like, whatever's going to be easiest for you, but I will make this download available in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. And then as you're looking through my Etsy shop, if you go, let me know what specific NCLEX topics, nursing school topics that you want to see notes on, what you're struggling with, and I will come up with a study guide for you. So let's make it interesting. I'm trying to build up my Etsy shop with things that are important for you guys. So in order to help me do that, to see what people are mostly struggling with, if you go down below, I will list the rules also. But if you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and go follow my Instagram, then DM me and let me know what topic that you want a free study guide on, and I will send you that for free, and then I will also go and upload that in my shop. So I think that will help me kind of like get the creative juices flowing on what you guys would like to see, and then you can let me know how to make improvements from there. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.